guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Why are you calling me? You guys. Give me one moment. All right, guys. I'm back. My apologies. I had an important phone call that came through right when I was getting ready to go live. So my apologies to you guys. I definitely had to get that. I could not wait on that. So thank y'all for being so patient. Yeah, thank y'all for being patient. I had to get that call. I've been waiting for that damn call all day. I don't know why they waited till this late to call me, but damn. All right. Trying to handle business. All right, so we are back. Thank you guys for joining. Let me see who I got. Who are my mods here tonight? I know Linda Gamble has to be. She's always here. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got. I don't see Linda. Okay. I know Bill will be on. It's fine. We're good. We're good. All right, let's get started. Oh, y'all have been helping with homework and cooking, and I am I'm tired, baby. When I tell you I'm gonna have my ass in the bed after this, yes, Lord. I've been getting 2 shows together, tomorrow's show and tonight's show. So I'm trying to get y'all a good show tonight, honey, and a great one for tomorrow as well. Busy today. All right, so let's get into the show. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion, and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Yes. All right, so let's get into our topics, honey. Child, it's been so much going on in these YouTube streets, honey. I've been trying to cram. I said, Lord, what can we talk about tonight? All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so for those of you that may have not seen it yet, Mike Epps, y'all know he did his comedy show, and he mentioned Shannon Sharpe in a disrespectful type way, and Shannon Sharpe got wind of it, and he spoke on it. So I'm going to play for you guys what comedian Mike Epps had to say, and then we're going to also play what Shannon Sharpe had to say from Club Shay Shay. All right, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. All right.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I know Shay Shay. I don't know what grown ass man got a name named Shay Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you were sitting there with Kat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be at the all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. Now, wait a minute.
No, I'm going to see you, brother.
I'm going to release the DMs because you're lying. Yeah. You said I reached out to you to come on Club Shay Shay, and you a mofo lie. Now, when I see you, I'm going to see you. I'm going to see if you about that. Okay. I'm going to see if you want to say what you've been saying on trying to get some jokes because you got mad because Cat Williams did what he did. Now, when I see you, I'm going to see if you really about that.
Yeah, and when I see you,
no. I'm gonna see if him talking all that. Yeah. When it one of them tight ass leather pants, trying to be funny. Yeah. But I'm gonna see if you're about that. Yeah. Say my name again. Now be like Destiny's Child and talk about say my name. And I got something for your ass.
Okay, I'm lost, but I'm with you. And whoever you talking about it, we go. What? Yeah.
And I'm gonna release the DMs. Because you're lying.
Yeah.
You said
yeah, they doing a lot.
Shannon Sharpe called me trying to do an interview. I said, no, my dear, I ain't doing no interview. So you can sit across from me and look at my balls. I'll sit down, nigga. Thought he was going to attack Cat, that nigga there. The nigga shit is called Shay Shay. The nigga's telling you. Put a wig on that nigga, tell me if that ain't motherfucking Medea's sister, nigga. They exposing every motherfucking body. You got TD Jakes fucked up, and that's fucked up. All that money that nigga done got from God, they done came out on him. That nigga Shannon Sharpe called me.
Yo. Shannon Sharpe is mad as hell, and I don't know what the hell Chad Ocho Taco, what his ass was doing up there. Chad Ocho Taco, why were you up there? Okay, you doing too much, sir. This wasn't even about you. Like, it's like you were clout chasing right there. Like you were clout chasing. Like, this man was seriously upset and ready to get in Mike Epps' ass about this, and you sitting up there playing like this man ready to throw hands, and you sitting up here playing like. You might want to pipe it down. I don't even know why he was there. He just stayed in some mess. Like, damn. I don't know. I think Shannon might be able to take him because Shannon is like buff. Like, have y'all seen like how his body is? Like, I don't know, Mike. I know them damn jokes. Yeah, I know it be jokes, but you don't want to mess around and joke with the wrong one and they put hands on your ass. You might want to step down on this one. All right. You might want to step down. And Chad Ocho Taco, shut your ass up too, okay? That's what I'm gonna rename you because you corny out this mug. Corny. All right. Let's move on. All right, honey. NeNe Leakes, honey, is accused of owing a 5-figure tax debt in addition to some other things. We're gonna get into it because we like to talk about folk business over here. And who better to do that than me, child? Who better to talk about it than me? Let's get into it, child. Thanks for shout out to 354 you guys here in the chat. All right. Now they're saying that ex Real Housewives of Atlanta star NeNe Leakes, honey, is accused of owing a 5-figure tax debt weeks after being ordered to pay $25,000 over some unpaid rent, child. Not Miss I'm cashing Donald Trump checks out here, bitch. Not her. NeNe, girl, what's going on with your money? Now, I knew something was going on with her money. I knew her money was funny when she was taking these Zeus jobs. When she was talking about she was going to be hosting the reunion for baddies over there on Zeus, I said, oh, yeah, I know your money is funny, honey, for you to be up in there, for them to be the one upside your damn head up in there with them wild will the beast to be on that damn show. But let's get into what they saying, child, because she's trying to get some money wherever she can get it from. Miss I'm rich, bitch. Ain't that what you told Sheree? I was at the bank. Ain't that what she said? I was at the bank cashing Donald Trump checks. Oh, were you? Where are those checks now, pray tell? NeNe, where are your checks, girl? Where is your scooter? NeNe, where is your scooter, girl? You need to get your scooter and get on down to the bank and get these checks, girl, because it's looking like you're owing everybody. Let's talk about it. All right, so they're saying that according to documents, honey, obtained, it says that the reality star initially owed $17,785.22 in taxes, honey, for various years. Damn, that's a lot of money. All right, now they're saying that, however, the document also showed the debt swelled to $28,593.24 due to interest and fees. That means you won't pay your bill, girl. So they said that the document listed NeNe's name and the Lanithia LLC, which appears to be connected to her now closed lounge in Georgia. Okay, y'all know she had the Lanithia lounge where she was charging people $20 to $25 to park in a shared parking lot. I remember people were saying the food was lackluster. Sometimes the food is cold, it's hit or miss. Like she was really charging a lot to come up in the Lanithia lounge, and she would have like people coming up in there singing and performing. But they were saying the wait time would be a long time to get seated and get your food. And then when you did get your food, it was cold and that it wasn't good, and people were upset that she was charging them to park in a shared parking lot as well. So, child, I don't know what you did with all that money. And she had employees, y'all, saying that she wasn't paying them at the Lanithia lounge. Y'all know that? And why these people still be coming to work, I don't know. She went through the same thing at her boutiques. Y'all know she had 2 boutiques. Her employees said that they went to work one day and there was a sign on the door saying that they were closed and nobody could come in to work, and they were told nothing. NeNe did not reach out to her employees to say, hey, I'm closing down the boutique. She felt like she didn't have to tell them anything. So you have employees working for you and they come to the job only to see a sign on the front door saying that the boutique has been closed and everything taken up out of there. That's disrespectful. So, of course, they're looking like, where's our money? They were saying that they called NeNe, no reply. Crazy shit like that's some nigga shit. That's what the old people call it. When you do stuff like that, there's a way to do things in decent and in order. If you know you have employees working for you, you kind of acting like Destiny a little bit. Like you owe it to them to let them know that you're closing the place down for whatever reason, financial, whatever. You owe it to them because they're working for you so that they can start looking for other employment. And then they were trying to get unemployment and she was kind of holding that up as well. So it was crazy. Now here you go with this mess here, where the tax people are after you. Let's continue. They're saying that the tax issues come weeks after NeNe was ordered to pay $25,000 in a lawsuit brought by the former landlord, okay, of her since shuttered swag boutique. That's the ones that she shut down. She had 2 of those. Now they're saying that the landlord claimed that the Bravo star signed a lease in 2017 and extended it by a year in 2021. There says that she said that NeNe vacated the premises in January of 2022, but failed to pay $22,000 owed in unpaid rent. Okay. And that's all they're saying about that. So NeNe, baby, I'm gonna need you to pay your rent, girl. So you owe $22K in unpaid rent, and you also owe. Let's go scroll back up. Shit, why did I do that? Let me go back in it. And you also owe a whole lot of money for your taxes, girl. Like $28K, sis. $28K, sis. Like, girl, you need to get that paid, because NeNe, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Now, bravo. They might be calling old NeNe to come back, but I'm gonna share that tomorrow. I ain't gonna share that yet, because that's gonna be like a little surprise. So she owes a lot of money. All right. And like I said, that 5-figure settlement they're looking for as well. So NeNe, big girl, please pay your bills. Please pay your bills and pay your employees, honey, so that you don't be out here looking like that with your rude ass. Okay. I've seen several people talk about how rude NeNe is. I think she's gotten so Hollywood and she's starting to really feel herself now. I think her role on Real Housewives of Atlanta really kind of got to her head to where she feels like she don't owe nobody shit and that she's just, above people. I know somebody was saying they saw NeNe in Atlanta airport, and they walked up to ask her for like a picture or autograph or whatever, and she was being really rude and standoffish. And even they were saying that she snatched this person's iPhone in the airport and threw their phone because she didn't want them like videoing her or trying to take a picture of her. So NeNe's kind of feeling herself like, baby, listen, that's a humbling experience for you. When you get into a place from being able to have everything, I think you forget sometimes where you came from. But there's always a humbling experience for you down the road, sis. For real. For real. You need to humble yourself, NeNe. Humble yourself. You mistreated Greg when he was alive. And I don't like to speak on this, but it's true. It's facts. You mistreated Greg when he was alive. You acted like he was a burden to you when he, indirectly took you off the pole so that you wouldn't have to be out here being an exotic dancer, And he took care of you and your son that wasn't even his child. That was not even his child. So he took care of you. And then you act like you could not take care of him in his later days, like you were going out and leaving him home while you, allegedly, because this is what was told. It was said that NeNe was leaving Greg at home while she would be out partying and flying other places. And he was like transitioning. That's what it said. That's what's said with this younger gentleman who also took a picture of NeNe while she was in his bed. And he talked about how bougie she was when she came to his lounge, because he owns a lounge in Atlanta as well. And talking about NeNe was up in there saying she don't want to drink out of no plastic cups, and she was real bougie. And he was like, bitch, that's all we got up in here is plastic cups. Like, where you came from? You better get this damn drink and go somewhere and sit down. Like, she was acting like she was real Hollywood or whatever. But child, we'll see what it's giving, child. No wonder she had that white man, honey, that was giving her all that money. Her little sugar daddy. That's what I'm gonna call it. That white man she was dating. Yeah, she took that little break from Greg to get that little sugar daddy money. So I don't know if you ain't put none of that to the side, because I know she said in an interview that he still be giving her money. So baby, let him go and knock them taxes out for you, so you don't be out here looking crazy. All right, let's move on, child. I guess prayers for you, child. I guess, NeNe. I don't know, girl. Maybe I'm gonna keep my prayers for somebody else with your rude ass. I can't stand rude, entitled people. Like, it just makes me want to be like, ugh. Okay. All right, child. Let's get on into the show or whatever. All right. So, Mr. Tim Norman. All right. I wanted to talk about this for Car Chronicles, but I said, no, I'm going to push it for the pop in. Okay. As you guys know, Tim Norman, he is the son of Robbie Montgomery from the show Sweetie Pies. Okay. Y'all know who he is with his crazy ass. Y'all remember the show Welcome to Sweetie Pies. Let me show you guys a picture just to refresh your memory. Y'all remember now? You remember. Welcome to Sweetie Pies. That's Charles, Janae. That's Miss Robbie. That's little, what's the little boy name? I forget his little name. Little Tim. And of course, Tim standing there holding the baby. Okay. So yeah. Janae is remarried now. I kind of been following this. I follow Charles from the show as well. Charles, he's a little chatty box. Okay. Reach out to Charles, he can tell you some shit. But Charles, yeah, he knew some stuff that was going on as well. He kind of felt like Tim had something to do with this situation. But Tim, you guys, has filed an appeal for his case of unaliving his nephew, Andre Montgomery. Okay, as you guys know, he is serving, I think, a life sentence, two life sentences, I think it is, for the unaliving of Andre Montgomery. I didn't like the way Miss Robbie treated him prior to his death, because he did come to Miss Robbie to let her know that that Tim was after him and he was afraid, and she did nothing. She did nothing. And I'm like, a mother knows her son. Miss Robbie, you know your son. You know Tim is crazy as hell. There's been so many stories about Tim. The first time Tim ever got in trouble was when he was a teenager and he snatched a woman's purse. And they said he was very aggressive and threatening towards this woman. And he ran home to Miss Robbie's house, and the police tracked him down there because I think he was seen on a camera. So they were able to recognize him and point him out. And the woman actually recognized him as well. So he spent, I think, 10 or so years in prison behind that. So once he did that, he got out. Miss Robbie gave him a job in the restaurant. He began working there. Then he started stealing from her and continued to open up restaurants. Unbeknownst to her, she had to wind up suing him to make him stop doing that. At which then they had so many restaurants open that they had a lot of tax issues behind that, and they could not keep those taxes up on those. So Tim started trying to devise a plan to get money in order to pay off these debts. He owed a lot of money, not just for the restaurants, but for other things as well. You guys know he also was dating Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives, in which that situation went all the way left. Jennifer had to file a restraining order and a cease and desist against Tim because he started acting crazy towards her. According to her, she was saying he threatened to loosen her lug nuts, and we already know what that means, baby. So she was afraid of him, and she had to go through the courts to keep him away from her because he was acting very crazy. He was acting very crazy towards her. He also was acting crazy towards Janae. Y'all remember Janae from the show, his baby mama, who she had little Timmy from Tim Norman, and she had to call the police whenever he came to pick their son up that one time because he was acting very crazy towards her. There's also a video out there where other witnesses were witnessing Tim, where he grabbed Janae in a very aggressive way and slammed her up against the car when they were out somewhere. This is when they were dating. So he's been very aggressive towards her as well. So Janae is now remarried, and she also has another child from her new husband. But yeah, so Tim, he was arrested at his home, and now he's trying to say that he doesn't feel that he was treated fairly during the time they arrested him, because he's saying that they didn't read him his rights. So he's trying to find a loophole to be able to get out of this. When you file so many life insurance policies on Andre, and it was said that he was getting one out, or he got one out on Miss Robbie, and they were thinking that she might be next because y'all know he unalived him. Okay, so he had him taken out, and the guy that took him out, he only got paid $1,000. So was it really worth it? You only got paid $1,000 to unalive Andre. So he's not here anymore because of that. All right, so let's get into it. That just gives you guys a little update on what happened with that situation. So I'm gonna read to you guys what they're saying here. Shout out to courthousenews.com. All right. Now they're saying the St. Louis News is saying that the son of reality TV star convicted in a 2016 unaliving for hire plot appealed his 2 life sentences. So he does have 2 life sentences before a 3-judge panel at an 8th Circuit on Wednesday. Okay. So that was of last week. They're saying that James Timothy Norman was convicted in September of 2022 for orchestrating the pow-powing unaliving of his 20-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr., March 2016, okay? Now they're saying that Norman was found guilty of conspiracy to commit unaliving for hire, and conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud, okay? Now they're saying that Norman, who is 44 years old, is the son of Robbie Montgomery, the star of Welcome to Sweetie Pies, a reality show that chronicled her family's management of their popular business, which you guys know she has several restaurants, okay? Now they're saying that various family members, including Norman, would appear frequently while the show aired on the Oprah Winfrey Network from 2011 to 2018. Now there aren't any Sweetie Pies currently open, but from what I'm hearing, Miss Montgomery, which is Miss Robbie, is planning to open another Sweetie Pies. Okay, she misses her restaurant. She wants to open another restaurant because all of them were closed down. All right. Now, they're saying that Norman's attorney, which is Jennifer Bone Jean. Jennifer Bone Jean is also R. Kelly's attorney, for those of you who don't know, okay? She also represented R. Kelly in all of his crazy lawsuits that he had against him. Okay, so Jennifer Bone Jean of the Bone Jean Law Group, told the 3-judge panel that The heart of the argument against him was based on hearsay text messages from Andre Montgomery to his grandmother that were sent 9 months before the powwowing. Now, they're saying that Andre Montgomery had been suspected of stealing property from his grandmother's home and sent text about the burglary that referred to Norman. So I remember when this happened because he texted Miss Montgomery to tell her he had nothing to do with it. By that time, he had gone back to Texas because I think he was afraid of Tim getting ready to do something. But they were saying Miss Montgomery had like a large sum of money hidden in her home. Tim knew where this money was. Okay. Tim knew where this money was. And at one point in time, Andre was living with, if you guys watched the show, he was living with Miss Robbie. But then Miss Robbie put him out because he didn't want to, go to school and do all the things he was supposed to do. So at one point she put him out and he wasn't working at the restaurant anymore. Tim was always bullying him. If y'all watched the episode where Tim punched him in the chest, and they ran over to tell Miss Robbie, and she went over and checked him, cussed him out, and even fired him behind that. So at one point, she really loved Andre and protected him. But I think once her house got burglarized when she went out of town one weekend, I still feel like Tim did it. I'm going to say allegedly. I feel like Tim set it up and did it because he was looking for that money, and he was looking for some documents as well because he was trying to do something with the restaurants, and Miss Montgomery was keeping him from doing it. So, and the way that the house was, like, it was only ransacked in like a certain room, so you could tell when they showed the pictures, because I saw them, you could tell that somebody was looking for something. You know, when somebody break in your house and they got certain things turned over, mattresses were like out of place, like they were looking under the mattress, drawers were pulled out. They were ransacking the room, and it was in her bedroom. So they knew where the location of the money was, but they were looking for other things as well. You could tell. All right. So let's continue. This is crazy. So they're saying perhaps if Mr. Montgomery was powwowed, assaulted, kidnapped, and other types of crime that occurred, says that, or in close proximity to, they said that the making of the statements, then the government might be on good footing with their argument, according to Bone Jean, which is the attorney. Now they're saying that Judge Dwayne Benton, a George W. Bush appointee, questioned Bone Jean about whether the text messages shed light on the unlikely event that Andre Montgomery had consented to a life insurance policy against him, naming Tim Norman as a beneficiary. Why would he do that? Why would he consent to Tim doing that? Tim had multiple life insurance policies on Andre, okay? Yeah, so he went in there to get that information. I think Andre's like social security number and his information, because during the time Miss Robbie, was making sure he goes to school. And, when you go to school, you got to have certain documents and things like that. So y'all know old people keep documents under mattresses, right? That's how my grandmother used to do it. I know some of you grandmothers must do it as well. But they were looking under her mattress, which I said, hey, Tim, that's something that you would do, because documents, important documents like, social security cards, birth certificates, and things like that, you hide them under the mattress. That's how old people do. All right. Now, they're saying that prosecutors argue that the $450,000 policy, guys, which they contend Andre Montgomery did not know about, served as motivation for Tim Norman. Now, they're saying that I think it requires so much speculation because it is clear from the hearsay statement and the context that were made. It says that it relates to him not wanting to answer questions or being fearful of answering questions around this burglary, and he was suspected of committing at his grandmother's home. So they were trying to say that Andre did that, but Andre wasn't even in town when this happened, you guys. Andre was in Texas during the time that this alleged burglary took place. Okay, yeah. Now they're saying that the assistant U.S. Attorney Angie Dennis pushed back on the importance of the text messages in the larger context of the case. It says that they were admitted on day one of the trial and they constituted 25 lines of testimony. Dennis argued. It says that they were not referenced until 2 lines of the transcript in closing. They're saying that this was in the face of overwhelming independent evidence that Mr. Norman had people looking for Andre Montgomery. Okay, and these were the people that he was paying, including one of the girls, Derica Ellis, which you guys know she's out of jail now. I followed this case very well, so I can talk about off the top of my head because I remember verbatim. Derica Ellis, who was also sleeping with Andre and also sleeping with Tim Norman. Tim actually had her come to a hotel, and he had her to lure Andre to the house where he was actually pow. So she was supposed to like show him some clothes that she got from the mall because she sell clothes like jeans and stuff like that. So she knew he was going to be at this house where he was like recording some music. He was trying to rap. And she called him on the phone and lured him to come outside to show him some clothes. And when he came out to look at the clothes, he was pow by the person that Tim Norman allegedly hired to take him out. Okay. So yeah, as he was getting ready to walk back into the studio, he was pow. All right. And Derica Ellis, she spent time in prison because she actually lured this boy. So once she lured him out and Andre was going back into the place, she left. But she says when she pulled out of the parking lot to where the house was, that she heard when she got down the street, she heard the pow. She heard Andre get pow. So you set him up. And this was supposed to be like your homeboy, your friend, somebody you were sleeping with, in addition to sleeping with Tim Norman as well, because she used to be an exotic dancer. But it's so crazy that she got paid more than the guy that took Andre out. The guy that took Andre out only got paid $1,000. Derica got paid like almost 10K. And it was weird because when they tracked and was looking at her accounts, they were like, okay, today you ain't got no money. Then you know, put all this money in like 10K. Where did this money come from? So it's kind of looking suspicious. So that's why they were looking at her as well. And she kept putting money in and kept putting money in. It was crazy. So I don't know why she got paid more when all you did was just call him to come outside. But I don't know. It was crazy. Now they're saying that Jennifer Bonjean countered that even a small amount of evidence can be the difference between guilt or innocence. They says that 25 lines can be pretty damning in the context of a trial. Okay, according to the attorney Bonjean, they says it's not the quantity, it's the quality, and these are quality statements. They're saying that a jury is going to be incredibly impacted by statements from somebody, again, from the grave. Okay, this says that Tim is out to get me. This is what Andre was saying prior to his death. He kept telling Miss Robbie she did nothing, that Tim was out to get him. He was afraid, and Miss Robbie did not protect him. And they said that Miss Robbie was even talking shit at Andre's funeral. And Tim Norman showed up to the funeral with security and with a whole vest on, like a bulletproof vest, you guys. He showed up to Andre's funeral. Okay, he flew into town and came to the funeral with a bulletproof vest on, and he also had security around him. Why did you need that? You're only going to a family member's funeral. Like, why would you need to do that? Why did you need to have on a bulletproof vest and security? That's weird. Oh my God, it's so much. Do I want to read all this shit? I don't. We're almost to the end though. Oh my God. All right, so they're saying that according to his plea deal, all right, which is Hill. Hill is the guy that actually, Travell Hill is the guy who actually pulled the trigger, all right? Now they're saying that Bonjean also argued that the trial court erred in admitting hearsay testimony from Travell Hill, who was the Power, who said that an associate of the family named Christopher Carroll was also part of the conspiracy. It says that Hill pleaded guilty on June 22 to one count of conspiracy to commit unaliving for hire and one count of unaliving for hire in the death of Andre Montgomery. So he's the one that took Andre's life and only got paid $1,000. So they're saying that according to his plea deal, that Hill admitted meeting with Norman on the day of the unaliving and understanding that Norman wanted Montgomery unalived. It says that Hill then used a .380 caliber power to fatally pow Andre. Okay. It says that Hill disposed of the pow and his phone and was paid. Well, they're saying he was paid $5,000. I heard it was $1,000. So they're saying here, court documents say $5,000. We're gonna go with $5,000. So they're saying he was paid $5,000 2 days later. All right, because I read somewhere else it said $1,000. So they're saying that Hill testified at Norman's trial before jurors convicted Norman. It said that there was no independent evidence that Miss Carroll was part of the conspiracy other than a mere association, which really was not in dispute because they knew each other, and Mr. Carroll worked for Mr. Norman and his family, according to attorney Bonjean. Okay, we're almost to the end, guys. They're saying that she also added that the lack of direct evidence was problematic for the prosecution, since evidence linking Carol to the conspiracy is the most direct evidence of Norman's intent to pow his nephew. Now, they're saying that this testimony for Mr. Hill has provided is not trustworthy. According to Tim's lawyer, Bonjean, it says that if you look at the statements that Mr. Carroll made to the FBI during 2 lengthy interviews previously, that he has consistently said that I had no idea about this and I was not involved with it. He says that I never made these statements to Mr. Hill. Now, they're saying that Carroll invoked his Fifth Amendment rights to avoid testifying during the trial. That says that Dennis argued that Norman, which is Tim Norman, through his testimony confirmed a conversation he had with Hill in which he specifically asked if Hill had talked to Carol. So they said, so after that meeting, immediately after that, Mr. Hill goes and purchases a firearm, and it is his intent to go and seek out and unalive Andre Montgomery. So they're saying that that is independent evidence of Carol's participation in the conspiracy. So he knew about it. So they're saying that Dennis added that the text messages between Norman and other participants were further proof of Carol's involvement with the crime. So everybody that was involved, Tim went out and got them burner phones, you guys, so that they could communicate back and forth and know when he needed them and where he needed them. Okay, so he was very strategic in what he was doing. And right after Andre was pow-powed, and the guy that pow-powed him called Tim to let him know that they went through with it, Tim hopped on a flight and got back out of town to make it seem like he was never there, as if they can't track your flights. He stayed at a hotel right by the airport so that he can leave right after he got the call about Andre being unalived, and he hopped his ass on the plane and went right back out of town. And they called his ass. So they're saying that we must establish that Mr. Carroll's participation beyond the preponderance of the evidence. Look at me, preponderance. Dennis told the courts. They said that that is the standard that we're talking about here, and that this is the evidence that was before the courts when they deemed that Mr. Carroll had participated in the conspiracy, and that those statements were admissible. All right. So they're saying that Judge Ralph R. Eckerson and Jonathan A. Cobbs, both Donald Trump appointees, rounded out the 3-judge panel, which took the arguments under advertisement. Okay. And there's no timeable. They said that there is no timeable for a decision. So they have not made a decision yet for his appeal. I don't think he's going to win it because there's so much evidence against him. It's like he's trying to find a loophole. Like, sir, do your time. You put this whole entire plot together. You tried to set Andre up to make it look like he did this, like he was, stealing from your mom, when the whole time you were stealing. I mean, hell, she had a lawsuit against him. She had a lawsuit against him to stop him from opening up all these damn restaurants. And then he had her damn near bankrupt from all the taxes and stuff that was owed in the high thousands. Like, then she had to close all her restaurants. Tim, sir, you trash. You trash, Tim. That's all I got to say. And the fact that you're trying to appeal this case and this family, they feel like they've already gotten some type of, justice behind this. Like I saw whenever they, at the trial, whenever they found Tim guilty, like Andre's mama, she boohooed like a baby because she was like, finally, our family get justice from what happened to my son. She sent her son to go stay with Miss Robbie rather, so that he could get out of the environment he was in and work at the restaurant and graduate from high school, at which he did graduate, and for him to have a better life. And then he get there and Miss Robbie wasn't, doing what she was supposed to do in terms of protecting him. And Tim was constantly after him and putting his hands on him and trying to set him up. And then we find out he had multiple life insurance policies on this boy for years that he was paying on, and then tried to cash those in right when this boy's life was taken. And it's so sad. I said, oh my God. It really made me sad to find out that boy was taken out, because I watched every single episode of Welcome to Sweetie Pies. Like, that was one of my favorite shows when it was on air. So yeah, I don't know. Miss Montgomery, I don't really have nothing nice to say right now, like Miss Robbie. And of course, she is paying for his legal defense in this bullshit. And I get it. As a mother, you still want to be there for your children, and you love your children, and you still want to, as a mother, you still want to protect your kids. But sometimes you got to stand back and say, hey, my son has a problem. And for Tim to get back out, like, he's gonna do it again. He's showing aggressive behavior. He's not gonna stop. I mean, hell, if you wind up having to sue Miss Montgomery, like Miss Robbie, like, he's not gonna stop. And it's sad. Your mama's out here now trying to figure this out on her own with all these damn restaurants that she had to deal with. It's crazy. So that's what's going on with that. So Tim is trying to appeal his case, and I hope he does not get out. I don't think he will with all the evidence against him. I mean, the gun, the pow were already, said in court that Tim put him up to it and that he paid him. Derica Ellis, the girl who actually set Andre up to come out, she already testified against Tim to say that she was paid to lure him out. They already done saw text messages from the burner phones and everything else. So it's so much evidence against him. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. He's saying when the police came to his house to arrest him that they didn't read him his rights and that they snatched his phone and they went through his phone without his permission. Well, you don't have no fucking permission when you get arrested. They're going to go through your shit. They're going to do that. So, boy, get out of here. Get out of here. Shout out to Black Titanic in the building. Y'all show her some love. She is a content creator. Please go over there and check out her channel and hit the like button while you're there. All right. Let's get on to the next topic. Now, there is an update on the Expo. I'm so tired of talking about the Expo, y'all, but as I get updates, I have to talk about it because it is hot topic, okay? Damn, I didn't want to talk about this shit today, but all right. Let me get to it. Ooh, child. Yeah, there is an update on that. We already talked about that. Give me a second, guys. I'm always prepared, but today for some reason. Okay. Yeah, got it. All right. So there is an update for this damn expo with Tisha and damn Marceau child for this Black Expo. Okay. They still out here frauding, child. They're still out here frauding. They have now upped the price on this damn expo. Now, according to Wanda, honey, Wanda was saying in her live that this expo is supposed to be a private event and that Tisha was going to send you some type of link to let you know the information of where you're going to be going, where the actual expo is going to be held, blah, blah, blah. All the intricate details of this damn expo. That's not the case. Now they've done another flyer where they have upped the price on this damn expo. All right. So while Wanda was child lying on IG about this expo being private and being a private event, Tisha released, like I said, another flyer updating the prices with an access pass fee and a vendor fee pass for $399. Okay, I don't know anybody that's paying that when you don't know who the speaker is, you don't know where the location is, and this money is non-refundable. So once you pay it, not even having a location, not even having any details about this event, you're not getting your money back. So that is the gig on this situation. All right, they're saying that the sales will be ending on February the 24th. So they're trying to rush you into going ahead and paying this money because, of course, y'all know they released the information like late as hell, like 2 weeks ago. Who does that? When you are planning something, you have to plan ahead, like say a few months or so, up to a year ahead, so that people can prepare to maybe be off work, to flying out of town, to get their money right, to come and support this expo. Like, you can't plan something 2 weeks prior and then want people to rush out there and pay all this high ass money. And you don't even have your information correct and are on the damn flyer to where this is going to take place. You got words misspelled on there as well. It's a hot damn mess. So they're saying calling entrepreneurs and small businesses and owners, okay? February the 24th of 2024, they says to join us at the Black Business Expo, no address still, for inspiration, collaboration, knowledge, and networking. It says Black Business Expo. So, of course, like I just said, they have the $399 vendor pass fee and also the access pass fee as well. That's non-refundable. Who's out here doing that? Who is charging somebody that much money and is non-refundable and you don't have all the information? This is crazy. Still no event location, and they've raised the price on this damn thing. All right, so that's it, and that's all, y'all. I mean, damn. That's it, and that's all on that. Ain't shit else changed. They just changed the price to up it because I don't think they have the money to pay for the venue. So they're, I guess, relying on the people to come up with the money for the venue. And then they're going to start charging. That's why they raised the price, because they want to get the money off the top. They're going to scave off the top to pay the money for the venue because they're trying to have it, I think, for 2 days. So you got to pay money to have a venue. Shit. And then you're trying to have it in Atlanta. Everything is going to be higher versus having it in Huntsville. Y'all should have known if you didn't have your business together. Y'all just, don't have the shit. Just call it off. But they money hungry. They got a lot of bills. They got stuff going on. I already told y'all they just took out a loan for $1.3 million on January the 29th of this year. They just went back to court for an emergency hearing with Zen Garden, asking for a contractor's fee because they said they found a loophole in the system for that. And the judge said no. So they're looking for money. They are looking for money. So they just got this loan. I done told you they asses done went out here shopping and doing everything else that they can do. Looking crazy. Ain't nobody about to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not fooling with it. I'm good on it. I'm good. All right, so let's continue, honey. Let's move on. As we all know, Martel Holt, honey, is still out here holding and being a crazy psycho that he is out here, child. So he is, of course, keeping pictures and reminiscing still and throwing subliminals on Mel. I do have a recent picture that he's still trying to be out here sharing. Trying to be on his Michael Jackson remember the time bullshit. Okay. But you say you don't want Melody, but then you are pulling pictures of you and Melody. Here's a recent of him and Melody when they were together. Let me read the caption. And this picture was liked by Maurice as well. So it says, of course, this is from his page. It says that I pulled this picture or this piece from the shower today, January the 19th of 2020. He says no throwback. He's got the tongue out. He said the throwbacks are for peasants only. Now, who does he call a peasant, guys? Who does he call a peasant? None other than Ariane Crazy Bird Curry. That's who he sees as a peasant, miss. Don't call her that. That's my baby. Now you want to correct people from calling Ariane a peasant, but it just fly out of your mouth just like it's just nothing. Why are you pulling up pictures of Mel? I told y'all, if y'all go on his Facebook page, because y'all know I'm nosy. Did I tell y'all that? If this is your first time being on my page, I'm nosy. And I got to be because I'm a blogger. But anyway, he still has all these pictures of Melody and him and Mel and the kids when Melody was pregnant. Like, he has all these pictures and videos of Melody. That is super psycho. And y'all been divorced how long? He got some on his Instagram as well. But you don't want this woman back? Like I told y'all, he be laying in bed, like scrolling and looking at pictures and videos and reminiscing. And every single day that he's doing it is making him crazier and crazy. That's why Mel said his ass is so unhinged. And every time he go back and look at those pictures and remember when they were in good times, it really makes Martel it makes him flip out and go crazy. It makes him flip out and go crazy. Like, damn, we lived in this huge, nice house and my kids were there. He said in another interview that he was happy when his children would come and jump on the bed and his children would come to the table and pray, whenever they got ready to eat, and they would go places and on vacation. He missed all of that. So, sir, you created this bullshit, okay? Like, stop it, Martel. Get some help. Go on and get that psych evaluation, okay? Please go on and get your psych evaluation because you are indeed psycho. And somebody else that's psycho. I pulled this interview because Martel likes to say, oh, Ariane is not crazy. She is absolutely crazy, okay? Let me go ahead and play this little clip of, she likes to, she don't like wives either. Ariane don't like wives because she wants to be a wife and she will never be a wife. She knows Martel is never, ever in life going to marry her. As Melody said on the reunion when she said that Martel always told me that if it wasn't going to be me, if I ain't going to be with you, I damn sure ain't going to be with her. So let's go ahead and play this, Ariane, with your crazy ass.
Just by the time y'all see it, we hit no shit.
Look how crazy her ass is.
She said, girl, you're slow. No, you're slow. Oh my God, y'all really think I'm slow?
They tearing her up in the comments. Tearing her up. Now, a wife is going to come up here in a second. She's so disrespectful, too.
Girl, listen.
Girl.
All right.
Don't give me no long lectures tonight.
I ain't giving you no long lecture.
Okay.
I'm just saying, listen, you added me. So.
I added you because you put in the comment, add me. So.
Okay. Well, what you want to talk about?
I don't know what you got to think about.
Girl, listen now.
Still got them braces
Then
on.
they're done that. I'm gonna take this hair down because I know how you like to call people old and ugly.
Sis, you don't even gotta. You don't have to put your face on it if you want to. That's fine.
No, I'm good. Because I want you to really see and I want you to understand that nobody's attacking you.
I don't think that you're trying to attack me. Don't get on here and feel like that you're trying to attack me because your opinion is
I want you to feel like I'm not attacking you.
It's a lot of women who are wives who don't understand the side of their husbands pursuing other women. So
you really don't think these women know who they're married to?
No.
You really don't think that they know who they married
bitch,
to?
A motherfucker will steal your dream, bitch. No.
Baby, they'll sell you a
psycho.
dream. We know exactly who these niggas is. I promise. I'm not white, baby. I'm divorced twice. Okay?
You're divorced twice, but nonetheless, you've also been the man who finessed the bitch who feel like he don't feel like nothing.
So did he finesse you?
Why?
Because see, this is the thing. If anything, you know, bad bitches don't play themselves. Now, if you let me stay on here long enough with you, I can understand how you fucked up all the way from the beginning. Okay?
How I fucked up, but your nigga pursued me.
No, I really don't think so.
I mean, your husband did, but her husband did.
No, but this is the thing, though.
Talking about Mel. Now, we ain't gonna watch the whole thing, okay? We ain't gonna watch the whole thing.
If he really for the streets, then he wasn't the prize. When he left, you know, her shit didn't stop. His shit stopped. Your shit stopped.
Who said that he was the precise?
But if you keep saying that he pursued you as though that's some sort of beat and shit, you know, that's not a good thing. If at the end of the day, you got him and he's still ain't shit.
Though, like, why?
That's all we're gonna. I can't take much more of her. I wanted to just show y'all that how slow she is. She really thinks that she got a prize in Martel, and then to say he didn't finesse you, girl, you totally been finessed. And did y'all see that big ass bump, look like herpes bump on her face down there? I caught that too. You might want to get that checked out, sis, and get them damn braces off. You have $40,000 and your ass still ain't got your shit together out here, sis. It's a hot damn mess. She's very ignorant and very fucking disrespectful. She's very disrespectful. And she hates the fact that somebody is an actual wife. And she stays coming for Mel. And every time she go live, Mel's name is always in her mouth. I don't know why she's so pressed about somebody who ain't thinking about her. Like, girl, Melody already said this is the same person who studied me and my family because she wanted what I had. And you do. Anybody that's a wife, she's so disrespectful towards them. I live for the day that I could be on a live with this girl. And when I tell you I am going to school her ass and get her so straight, she ain't going to get a word in edgewise. I'm going to talk all over her ass because she ain't going to disrespect me. She ain't going to disrespect me. I'm going to let her ass know. I'm going to let her ass know. I live for the day. I live for the day that I can be on a live with her ass and let her know, girl, you really not that girl. Okay. You really not. But let's go on and get into the show. I got something else. I got another interview I want to show you guys where Melody actually sits down with this other individual and she speaks on Martel making his mistresses sign NDAs next time he cheats. Now, Kimmy was actually sitting in on this interview as well, looking like a blonde-headed pick-me, sitting there making faces and looking crazy like she don't know what an NDA is. Girl, don't your husband make women sign NDAs? Now, who else have we been talking about that make their women sign NDAs? I said that's not a coinky dink that Martel is out here making women sign NDAs as well to be quiet. As Mel already said in the marriage, Martel was cheating with multiple women. She's going to mention it here in this interview. Like Martel always like to say, you're lying. Well, because if you got your women signing NDAs out here, then you know that they're not going to be coming out here speaking because you're going to be trying to sue them for throwing you under the bus. So Martel likes people to be quiet while he do his mess. He likes people to be quiet while he does his mess. All right. And that's why he's mad at Mel, because she's speaking. She's airing him out and he don't like that. Because he likes to be able to spin the narrative and keep his image intact while he run around with all these women and be disrespectful, okay? All right, so let me get this interview up for you guys because, baby. Melody looks so cute in this interview. This y'all know I like to pull old stuff, but I don't think you guys saw this interview, so I'm going to play it for you guys. All right, Kimmy is also in this interview.
What's going on, child?
man.
All right.
Everybody be quiet.
Shout
so
out
we
to
can
Steppin'
hear this,
Pretty.
Okay.
You are so funny. So I first want to say you are accurate in the sense that those babies have their mom and dad who love both of us, love them so much, and both of us put them first. So that's absolutely true. However, now for divorce, we're in the process of a divorce right now.
Oh God. Wait, let me say this really quick.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Steppin' Pretty. Y'all see Kimmy?
Oh my God.
Rick, be quiet. Just be quiet. Okay, just be quiet. Just be
Any
quiet.
more questions, Rick?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
You gonna pass it on to that side now?
Who filed for divorce? You and him?
She
You and him?
did.
I did.
Oh man, you got that one more baby out of you. Was like, I'm gone out of here, huh? That was it, huh?
What I say, after I had my daughter Milani, there was a new feeling that overcame me, which was a feeling of more freedom, a feeling of being okay with letting it go if that's what I needed to do. And so I really knew that if something else transpired or if something else happened, that I was going to be out. And that's just really what happened. And when it happened, I was out. I feel very content with my decision. I'm okay with my decision. I don't have any regrets. At the end of the day, there were 3 years given to get it together. And if you didn't get it together in that time, then that's just what it was.
What happened that said, screw this shit. Screw it. I'm done.
Absolutely. I will say that it was really some conversations that we were having about 2 days before I actually left our home. And in those conversations, I really had a moment where I realized he was still on the same place mentally that he was 3 years ago. And I decided I'm like, there's no way that I've given you 3 years. Your mental level is still at the step it was 3 years ago. I'm not going to waste any more time. If you still at zero, you ain't even made it to 1, 2, or 3, in the 3-year time frame. I don't have any more time to waste or give you. And so in those conversations, I listen. I'm a great listener. I hear you and I'm going to listen. And I was listening to the stuff he was saying. Like, for example, I'll never forget one thing he said to me. Again, this is about 2 days before I left my home. He was like, well, I would have thought by now that older women would have talked to you. And I said, talk to me, and said what? And he was like, that this is just what men do. This is just what men do. And I said, well, I would have thought by now the older men would have also spoken to you. And he was like, yeah, they did. They did. I said, and what did they say, Martel? And his response was, honestly, they said, don't sleep with nobody who don't have anything to lose. Sleep with the next time you cheat, make them sign a contract. I said,
what men was he talking to?
They were not men. They were males. They were not men, because men don't do this. Little boys play games like that.
That's it, guys. That's it. I want y'all to hear that, because I said this is the very same thing that we heard from Marceau's women, okay, that they were signing NDAs and being paid to be quiet. So this is where Martel got this mess from, hanging around Maurice and Marceau, having women sign NDAs to be quiet while they be out here in these streets just being nasty and running through people. But Kimmy gonna sit there like she don't know that shit going on. Girl, you said at the reunion, Kimmy, that Maurice be out till 5 a.m. Why is he out that late as an attorney who has to be up in the morning to go to work, to a real job? Like, stop playing in our damn face. We know y'all not going to talk about the shit on the show, but guess what? Guess who's going to pull it up? Guess who's going to stay on y'all ass and keep exposing y'all for the bullshit that y'all keep doing? Like, honestly, why are you guys out here making women sign NDAs as if it's not going to eventually come out? NDAs do run out. Ask Cassie, who is now sitting on $900 million. NDAs do run out. So what are you going to do? You going to make them sign another NDA to keep quiet? Eventually, your shit is going to hit the fan. And guess who's going to be here to grab some of that? Now, I don't like touching nobody's shit. But if it's going to give me some good views over here, because y'all know Caramel like that good tea over here. It's a mess. It's a mess. Thankfully, Melody decided to get on out of there, honey, and she knew her worth. And she understood that Martel was not going to change like she said back then. This was, 2020? She said he was mentally still in the same place then. Martel, you've shown no growth since 2020. No growth. You are in the same place you were when this woman had this conversation with you. And your whole thing, now you sitting here talking about you are sad that Melody left you and you didn't think things were going to end. Stop going to interviews and saying you did not think this woman was going to leave you when she just sat here and said she had a conversation with you 2 days before she decided to finally leave you because you were not taking her seriously. You didn't think she was going to go. And now you sitting here with egg on your face and you mad? Why for come you mad though? She told you, if you don't stop cheating, I'm gone. It don't get no more plainer than that. I know that you wore a helmet in school. We done talked about it. We know you wore a helmet in school. We know that you were slow, Martel. But you know what no mean. Slow people even know what no mean, okay? You know what no mean. I know you don't like to be told no. But at some point in time, sir, I don't even know why Kimmy was there. I'm going to have to find this entire interview because I'm interested now to see everything that was said to where they kind of cut it off. It was like a little snippet, but I wanted you guys to hear that part. And I have another one that I'm going to play for you guys probably tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for the 1,001 in the chat tonight. But yeah, Melody let him know prior. Like Martel, she gave you 3 years and she had a whole conversation with you to let you know that I'm not going to put up with this. If you want to stay with me, I need you to respect me and stop cheating. And you were trying to figure out how you could do it and how you could do it and not get caught. Even going as far as getting a second phone, Martel, and then even going as far to say, hey, the man told you that you need to find somebody that you can mess around with and make them sign a contract. Sign a contract. And you paying women too, so that's prostitution with a P. Anytime you paying for sexual favors, that's what it is. Ariana, you getting paid to mess around with this married man. So you indirectly, you are prostitute with a P. Because that's what it means. Anytime you are paying for sexual favors, if money is exchanged for sexual favors, you, ma'am, are a prostitute with a P. And I don't care how you slice it. I don't care how you look at it. I said it, and I ain't putting allegedly in front or behind that bitch. That's just exactly what it is. Martel, you out here prostituting yourself, baby, with a P. For pleasures when you had a woman at home, and now you crying and posting pictures and subliminals and doing interviews talking about you crying and all that. Boy, save them tears, honey. Tears of a clown. That's what it's giving. Tears of a goddamn clown. But that's our show for tonight, honey. We are in 1 hour. I hope y'all enjoyed. All right. I still got to finish getting my show ready for Car Chronicles. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We're here 1 hour. Y'all know pop-ins are not supposed to be that long, but thank y'all so much for joining. Thank y'all. I know y'all hit the like button. I already know, honey. Please hit that like button and support the channel so we can stay in the algorithm and keep bringing you guys this hot piping tea, okay? I saw somebody put in here earlier that they like this channel over here. I appreciate it. I enjoy you coming and listen to me run my mouth, child. I love it, all right? Yes, now he mad. Like, child, goodbye. What you mad for? But thank y'all for joining. Love you guys all the way down. Mods, thank y'all for an awesome job. And Caramelians, thank y'all so much for spending your evening with me, okay? You guys rest well, be blessed, and until next time, goodbye. Thank you, Netmore. I appreciate you. Let me put you up here and say thank you for coming on Even Super Tired. Great as always. I appreciate you, ma'am, okay?